everyone. Welcome to today's special episode where our guest is actually my spouse, my husband, Erb Kimble. Erb, welcome.
Thank you. It's it's my first time here.
Yay. Okay, so I get a lot of DMs and clients ask all the time, and they always want to know things about you. So I'm like, well, then let's just have him on the podcast. So thank you for coming out today.
You're very welcome.
Are you nervous?
Maybe a little.
A little bit. Okay. Okay. So Jill has put the list of questions together. I don't think they're in any particular order. Okay. So they're just kind of random.
Okay.
And we're going to jump right in. Okay. First question is, how do you communicate? What's the number one way that you communicate with each other? Do you call? Do you text? Or do you write notes?
Call.
Call. He likes to call.
I hate texting.
He will call me 5 times during an appointment, and I think the house must be burning down, right?
Yes.
And
probably.
what is usually the question you have?
That's very important.
Do you want sourdough bagels or regular?
Do you want me to mow the lawn?
So yes, he does not text. He hates texting, and so his favorite line of communication is phone calls. Mine would be texting him.
Yes. I guess I haven't gotten to the texting as much.
Yeah. Like if you look at his phone, it's just me texting him and then he'll send back, okay. Jill thinks it's hilarious.
Even at work, today I had to ask someone something. I could have emailed them, and I went upstairs in person just to ask 10-second questions. So.
Yeah, I think it's because you're relational. You like to talk to the person.
Maybe I grew up really shy, so I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Now they say I talk too much.
Things are changing. Okay. Who does all of the cooking?
I do most of it, but it's only because she gets home later than I do. So
He does all.
but she's a great cook.
You know what I say is I cooked the first 20 years of the marriage. He gets to cook the second 20 years
But
of
I
the
like
marriage.
it, so it's not a
Yeah,
big deal.
yeah. And I think when it started, he used to call me and say, what time are you coming home? What's for dinner? And I think he just got tired of waiting and me never coming home. So, right? So he started cooking and now he does.
Yes, dinner's usually ready when she gets home.
Yeah. So when you clients say, oh, I'm so sorry I'm keeping you, I'm like, if we wait another 20 minutes, dinner will be ready. But don't tell him that. Okay. Let's see. Who's the handyman of the relationship? Who fixes the faucet leak?
Not me usually. But it's not her either.
Yeah, it's neither of us are handy.
It depends on how easy it is. What was it I fixed recently? We own property, so most people would think, oh, he probably is the one who does the repairs. I don't.
No.
I don't do any repairs.
But you can Google. He can troubleshoot.
Yeah.
He can Google
I
and
fixed her
troubleshoot.
dishwasher, so
Yes.
because I Googled it.
I
And
was
what
very
else?
excited.
I did something recently.
I don't remember, but you
If I
did it
had time,
well.
I'll probably do it.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Okay, that was an interesting question. Okay. Okay. How long have you been married to me?
Almost 35 years.
He is correct. Yes. Okay. How did you meet Edna?
I played a lot of softball, and so I played on a men's team, and a gentleman there became a friend of mine, and his wife played softball also on the women's team, and then we started a co-ed team. So him and his wife played on our co-ed team, and then she introduced me to her at a softball game.
This is true. This is true. And then he pursued me. No.
I did.
He did. Okay. And just as he caught me and I was like, okay, let's do this. And he was like, and then I had to pursue him for 6 months. Yeah, it was a pain. Okay. Don't make him pursue you too long. That's the moral of the story. Okay. How long has Edna been in real estate?
Gosh, I don't know the answer to that. 18 years, 20 years?
21 plus, yeah.
It's a long
right at the
time.
21-year mark, yes. How did Edna get into real estate?
I introduced her to it. I introduced her to a broker, a real
Yes,
estate broker.
this is true. He was the deciding factor to make that. He knew I was interested, but he kind of gave me the push. So,
But where
okay.
did you work before? Tell him where you worked before.
Oh, I was in the food industry.
Which one?
Those of you who know me well already know. Okay, next question. Since Cherokee is your first, oh, this is good. Since Cherokee is your first language, does Edna speak Cherokee or does she understand it?
I believe she knows a few words. Yes, a few words.
Very, very, very few, but I know when he's talking about me. Absolutely. And I know when he's insulting me.
I don't insult you.
No, he doesn't insult me. He really doesn't. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh. Does Edna pick out your clothes?
No. Not if she purchased them.
Point.
Or I wouldn't have this vest on.
His favorite piece of clothing is a vest. Always.
No.
Always.
But I get really, really hot. Even in the winter, I won't wear a coat. I'll just wear the vest. And the reason I'm wearing it and it's hot today is because in our office, my boss, has it really, really, really cold. And you need a coat.
So he wears
So I
a
have to
vest?
wear a vest every day.
I like it. I like it. Okay. Okay. If Edna was not a realtor, what do you think she would be doing?
An attorney.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I might just have to make a job transfer. Okay. Who is the better cook?
Gosh, I think we both are. And the only reason she doesn't cook is because I get home before her. But on our Thanksgiving dinners, our Christmas dinners, or any other dinners that we have, I don't do anything. She does. She does it all.
This is true. This is true. And my granddaughter, she
Yes.
helps me. Yes.
Alex in Boston.
Yeah. Okay. Out of the two of you, which one has the temper?
Her.
I don't know about. Yeah, it's totally true. Totally true. Okay. And out of the two of you, which one is more sentimental?
Me.
That's true. He knows the answer. So I'm like, eh. Okay. What is your favorite Cherokee word or phrase? I don't know. Are these for me or for him?
Gosh.
Either.
Okay.
I don't know. I try to give a Cherokee word to our office every day. I think a few days ago was Tindash Daily. It's let's help each other.
Oh, that's good. We should do that in the office. There you go.
And
I like that.
when my daughter was growing up, her favorite word was the Gayashe Tanisi Loka. Do you want me to slap your face around?
The things he
And she
teaches
said it all the
Corinne
time.
all the time. All the time. Okay. What is the most adventurous thing you've ever done?
Gosh. I would say,
Costa Rica.
oh my gosh. Yes, but I love London too. But Costa Rica, one of the things I wanted to do one day was to go whitewater rafting. And so we were able to do that a few years ago to Costa Rica.
I was terrified. He loved
Yes,
it.
I think she's afraid of the water, so
Yeah.
I didn't know that she was that afraid. But
Oh, but you were so adventurous. I was thinking more of like scary, but what
Uh-huh.
were you going to say?
well, adventurous I guess means a lot of things.
Yeah.
So one of my goals was to make it to Wimbledon. I like tennis, and we were able to go a couple of months ago to Wimbledon. We made it to the women's finals and the men's finals, and the experience I'll never forget. It was amazing.
Okay. And then these are all over the place, so I apologize. Let's see. What is one of your favorite childhood memories?
Gosh, I think, which my parents still live in Bunch, and we lived way back in the sticks. And my grandmother used to take us pole fishing, I don't know, every weekend almost. And so we would walk down the mountain and go fishing, which there's a creek right below my parents' house, and there's a man-made lake also. And she would take us there to swim, to fish, and sometimes we'd accidentally catch a fish on our poles. So
Accidentally.
it was just a cane pole, so it wasn't like
Oh, that's
Oh, and then one day when we were coming back up the mountain, she stopped us, and they had these small little indentions in the ground. And she said, in Cherokee, they were called lolo. And she said, if you will call them and blow on the ground, they would come out. So we got low to the ground and called them. We'd say lolo, 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 and then blow on the ground, but nothing was happening. And she said, well, don't give up, keep blowing and keep calling them. So eventually, after we said it, after a few minutes, then you could see the ground start to move. I'm like, oh my God. She said, here they come. They hear you. Keep calling them. So we keep calling them. And then all of a sudden, this, I'm going to call it a jar fly with no wings, would come out of the ground. Yeah, and I took our Sydney and Trey. I took them one day when they were
remember that.
little, and,
Yeah.
and they experienced the same thing.
We have children together. For those of you who do not know,
So
Sydney
that's
and
what I
Trey.
remember.
Okay. What is your favorite way to spend a weekend?
Yeah, with my family. It's my favorite thing. Like if
Yes.
I can cook for them, and we do it every Sunday, and so that's my favorite thing to do. Before my mother passed away, she passed away with dementia. I always wanted to do a breakfast meal with them, and so we invited quite a few family members, and we had a couple come to cook breakfast for us, so we wouldn't have to get up. And their breakfast was amazing. And who were they?
They're not doing it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
But
they've retired. So
anyway, the breakfast and the experience was amazing. So I did it for my parents, so that was something they could have.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
beautiful.
but I love that.
Yeah. Okay. And then who spoils the grandbabies more?
Probably me.
Probably, hands down, you. He can't say no.
I don't know what no means.
Can't say no. Even when it's not good for them, he can't say no. Okay. And what's a skill or talent that you wish you had to have learned but never got to?
Okay. Gosh, I think if I would have picked up a tennis racket earlier, that's what I would have done.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the minute I picked up a racket, I think I was 18 at the time, and I felt the ball bounce off my racket, I knew I loved the sport. And I played it. I taught myself.
But you never had like lessons
Right, no.
and opportunity.
When my parents would go into town, then I would get the tennis racket out and the tennis ball, and we had sliding glass doors, and I would hit it off of it. And I could only do it when they were gone because my mom wouldn't let me do that.
I can
Yeah,
understand
and so I taught
why.
myself how to hit the ball correctly that way.
Okay. And then again, switching gears because these are in no particular order. What's the most surprising thing people do not know about the Cherokee culture?
I think maybe just speaking Cherokee. I mean, a lot of people try to speak Cherokee, which is excellent, but our words aren't just words. They're like a way of life for us. Yeah, they're not just words. And I notice that when we say words, our words stay in our mouth and they don't escape. So it's just a way of life. They're not just words.
Okay, we might have to have him back just to talk about Cherokee. Okay, and then we promised to keep this short because he did not want to do it. Last question.
Oh, and also, everything's just funnier in Cherokee. That's why you see a lot of Cherokee people laughing all the time. When I go back to the office, if some of the community workers that I work with are there, and I'll go back and talk to them, and most of them speak Cherokee, so you'll hear laughing the whole time that they're there. If they're there for 3 hours, we'll be laughing for 3 hours. It's just,
True.
I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like I said, it's just a way of life. It's funny. We're having a great time, and we enjoy each other's company.
I like
So I
that.
like it.
That's so good. Well, I almost hate to ask the last question because it's not as positive as that. Herb, what makes Edna mad?
Oh gosh, time, time deadlines. She's a list taker, but I mean, she accomplishes most of her lists. But if there's one thing that she can't get on time, then she comes to my side to try to take care of something.
I don't know about that, but okay. Well, one of the reasons I think that this comes up so often is people are constantly asking me, like, how do you accomplish as much as you do? And honestly and truly, guys, it's the partnership that we have. I mean, he he will go put up a sign, put up a lockbox. He'll go clean up a porch. I mean, whatever it takes for me to get the transaction done. If I don't have the time, he's truly a partner in all aspects. And I just, again, am so appreciative. And so when people ask or say, gosh, you get so much done, it really is because of this guy right here. So, I mean, he will buy the groceries and cook the meal, and I can work until 8 p.m. and walk in and dinner's ready and the laundry's done. And it does allow me to be able to focus on the career and to take care of my clients. So thank you so much. I wanted to publicly make sure that I shared that with everyone.
But also for me, it's spiritual.
Oh.
Because I feel like we've been through a lot, and so I feel like when God blessed us with what we have, like we didn't experience success based on our own hand. It was by His hand. So every day I give Him thanks for that.
The sentimental one. And that's why it works, people. That's why it works. I love that. One of the things, if you've worked with me on buying a property or selling a property, and you're a couple, married or not, I will always say to you, every relationship needs a gas and a brake, right? 90% of the time, he's the gas and I'm the brake. I'm just like, whoa. But in every relationship, that changes back and forth. And there's been times where if he was not pushing me, we would have stayed still because I've got my foot on the brake and he's full blown. And if I had not been applying the brake and he was in charge only, we would have gone off the cliff. So there is just something there is just something really, really important, because you don't want to be stagnant and stay exactly where you're at. But obviously you don't want to be flying off the cliff every time something comes up.
And our personalities are different. So I feel like I know how to bring calmness, maybe. I don't get upset very often, or angry. I don't know why. I just don't.
Yeah, he's very calm. I'm running around, my hair's
I feel like
on
I'm
fire.
in a good mood every day. Even though sometimes it may be different, I'll always be in a good mood.
He's in a good mood at 4:45 a.m. while I'm just trying to have my quiet time and get ready to go to the gym. And he's like, la, 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 wanting to talk.
And then when she gets up, she waits for me because I bring her coffee every morning.
He does.
She likes 2 cups. So I bring her the first cup, and then about 30 minutes later, I come to fill her second cup.
And for the record, he started that on his own.
Yes,
So
but she leaves earlier than I do, so she
Yeah.
gets to work earlier than me.
I leave earlier and get home later. So, but it wasn't always like that. When the kids were little, we had opposite, and I was more of the traditional,
Yeah, that's true. But in the morning, we enjoy our personal time. She's on her own
my
in the morning.
space, yeah.
And then I'm in the other part of the living room, I guess the house, the living room usually.
Yeah.
So
So again, guys, thank you for the questions. I hope we answered the majority of them. He is really, truly part of the team. The team members all know him and enjoy him. And they've also, I think, almost all had to call him at some point or another. A car is broken down, or they can't get into a property, or he's also been in the lending industry, so he's been a great source of answers. So we do consider you a quasi team member. So thank you.
if anyone ever asks me who my hero is, it's her.
Oh, the sentimental one, Jill. He's going to make you cry. Well, again, I could not do the job that I do without you. And I'm so lucky to have you and the kids and everything that you've helped build. So thank you.
It was nice being here.
As always, guys, please like, follow, and share. And if you have other topics you would like for us to discuss on here, or a special guest you would like to have on, let us know and we will consider it. This one y'all have been asking for a number of years, so we finally broke down and talked to him. And actually, we kind of tricked you into coming, huh?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So thanks again, everyone, for watching.
And let me close this out by saying in Cherokee, there is no word for goodbye. So we say, "Tonda gohai," until we see each other again.
Oh, I like it. Thanks, everyone.